Radiant team ban. Vici Gaming's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Drow Ranger.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Winter Wyvern.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Tide Hunter.
Radiant team ban. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first China game day. We've got two today. We've got a best of 3 between Vici Gaming and Vici Gaming Reborn, and the winner, of course, will move on to the finals to play eHome in a best of 5. I'm ready to pick, so I'm joined for Lumi for this one. Lumi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to see the closing and the end of the Chinese brackets because they are really heating up, and we have a couple amazing teams left.
Yeah, we really do. This is going to be an exciting one, and an exciting one as well because I think if you look at the two teams on paper, you probably would say Reborn are the stronger side, but then when you look back at in the round robin, Vici Gaming were able to beat Vici Gaming Reborn, and I guess that's because these teams, you know, under the same brand, they probably know each other really, really well, and that's why Vici Gaming are able to take games off the side of Reborn. I mean, coming into this already, we're now 2 picks on either side on the draft. And I mean, what do you think about this? Vici Gaming with the first pick Drow Ranger. Is this some Chinese stuff or what?
Well, every time I see a first pick Drow Ranger, I always think it's kind of all in because you know you reveal your main strategy so early. But I've seen that work really, really well. Yeah. Teams sometimes kind of overdraft to prepare for the Drow Ranger, and Vici will hit you from a different angle. I'm glad that you brought up the head-to-head between VG.R and Vici. That game was really, really close. It was like 67 minutes.
Oh, was
and
it?
Either team could have won, though.
Okay. I'm
sure we could really kind of think about that data point a little bit too much, but these two teams are very close. Do you agree with you? I think that VG.R is the stronger team on paper. Yeah. And Mikasa has been playing really well. So if I have to take a bet on either team, I'm gonna go with VG.R.
I was gonna say, yeah. I think you know, if you're looking for the safe bet, that would be the side that you side with. I mean, so far opening bans. Do you like the opening of a certain team? I mean, both of them are a little unorthodox. The fact that VG.R opened with a Wyvern in the Dark Seer, and Vici Gaming working with a Drow Ranger and a Tidehunter. I mean, what's happening here? I get it. Wyvern very good against any kind of Drow.
Yeah, I think the Wyvern is a reaction to the Drow strat. Yeah. Drow mostly gonna push very hard, and they're gonna single focus a target very fast, and that's where Wyvern is really good. One target she's focusing on, and if we're, for whatever case, a Drow Ranger, when they're pushing, they clump a little bit, boom, curse. That's a quick kill, and generally that goes your push.
I mean, already, Vici game and Reborn, the wombo combo is real, isn't it? What, Winter's Curse, Vacuum, Echo Stomp, Earth Splitter, that's some scary stuff, especially for a lineup with the Drow that's going to maybe look to group up and push. You know, Vici game and Reborn, they're doing everything to make sure that Vici gaming might even have to go around the Drow strat in a different way.
Yeah, normally Wombo combos are weak against Tidehunter because he could shake off the stun and then kind of counter Ravage you, and then suddenly your Wombo combo's gone. The Winter's Curse does not care about that. If you curse a Watermelon, Drow Ranger is going to be happy hunting for that day. Also, this Wombo combo lineup have very, very good base defense when it comes to Split Blast, Ancestral Spirit plus Clap. So you're going to see that Vici Gaming is going to have a real tough time pushing in. The draft-wise, so far 3 picks in, I'm with VG.R, but the draft could change very rapidly once we see a couple more picks.
It's interesting that, you know, Vici Gaming, not to be put off by the fact that Vici Gaming really want to have this punishment for grouping up and going. They're picking the Witch Doctor, so Vici Gaming kind of sticking to their guns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You pick a Witch Doctor, you are going to be grouping up and pushing. Vici Gaming really want to have a lot of counters to that, so Vici Gaming just going balls to the wall with their draft. I mean, how do you kind of sustain the team fight that Vici Gaming are going to bring if you are Vici Game? Do you need kind of a tanky cause? What else do you follow up with it?
I think you just get rich in the laning stage, because that's really the strength of the Drow strat, right? You have a lot more base damage to work with. You know, right now what we're talking about, oh, we got the wild combo, we got the base defense, we got the AoE. That's all kind of like, you know, armchair theory kind of thing. It doesn't matter to have the better draft if you're down to K before the push actually happens. So this is a very interesting pick here for VG.R. The Ursa, we haven't seen them actually play this hero pretty much at all. But I guess the idea of this is just get a hero to blink right on Drow Ranger's face and just go on her. For a tough time.
Yeah, absolutely. And another, I mean, the amount of physical damage Ursa can do within a matter of seconds is going to be very nice as well with the Elder Titan aura. I mean, pretty much, I guess you can say that anything will be nice with that aura, but yeah, indeed, Ursa, you know, he's going to be able to jump in on these heroes and take any of them down in a few swipes. Even the Titans is going to have to be a little bit wary of the Elder Titan Ursa potent combination.
Yeah, the Ursa pick is smart, because right now Vici hasn't shown any hero that has a hard save. Like, we don't have an Oracle, we don't have a Wisp defensive relocate, so right now if Ursa jumps on Drow, it's a clean kill. Yeah. And Vici needs to remedy that situation, needs to address this.
Let's see what they pick up here. So, still looking for that mid laner and that secondary support.
I think the second support has to be something like Wisp or the Oracle, like I mentioned. Okay. You do see the Vici are banned, right? They took out Dazzle, they took out Venge. These are 2 hard save heroes, and there's not much left. Wyvern is also a hard save with Co-Embrace.
Do they ever run Shadow Demon in China?
Yeah, Shadow Demon could be it. Shadow Demon is quite good against Ursa, actually. Because of the
Demonic Purge.
Demonic Purge is great. The amp damage, yeah. The poison is actually not bad to kind of harass people down. We'll see. The one downside here with all those hard save heroes I mentioned, the Oracle, the Shadow, they don't have a hard lockdown. Yeah. So you're kind of drafting yourself in a kind of difficult situation here.
Now, talking about lockdown, I guess, you know, one of the classics is Disruptor, who is still there. I mean, is this a Disrupt game or is that... Ooh. It's the other day, yesterday, we saw Vici Gaming try out the CTY Storm Spirit, and one game had a great laning stage at the start because he had a Skyrim. Second game he didn't. He went like 0-3. Both games lost. It was. Yeah. I mean, they must really believe in the CTY Storm. Do you think they're kind of down at the wrong path here, or is there definitely Hyper Storm Spirit?
Well, Storm's gonna have a much better early game laning phase, simply because you're on a Drow team. Second, Storm has a very important job this game that I think it kind of fits enough. You know, right now you're grouping out as a team, but Storm is really the only person that gets to go onto the backline of VG.R. Wyvern, Darkseer, Elder Titan, these are all very easy, squishy target for him to jump in once he has the right items. So, also, Storm, one of his weaknesses is his early game farm, which you already addressed with the Precision Aura. Also, in the mid game, you're going to push down a lot of towers, so he's going to get to that Bloodstone and Orchid very quickly. Not the worst Storm game, just that CTY Storm always gets me a little bit afraid, because he gets to his 20 charge Bloodstone and loses that 20 charge Bloodstone also quickly, so I don't know.
Yes, yeah, and
he's hot and cold. I don't know what kind of CTY showed up today.
I was going to say, it's going to have to be quite something. But Vici Game with their final ban, Reborn. And they're asking for their mid laner. They'll take away the Mikasa DK. And even though Mikasa's been very flexible, recently, at the kind of the latter part of these qualifiers, he has been playing a couple of games of the DK. And I guess something that they obviously can do quite well in lane against the Storm Spirit. Oh my goodness!
Why did we forget the most obvious Drow Vici combo, right?
I mean, wow.
So
we have this has got to be a new hero for the qualifiers. I don't think we've not seen a single Vici game across all 4 regions, have we?
I don't think we have.
Oh, I don't think we have.
So basically, this game is saying, you know what? We don't have a lot of save.
Okay.
We have a lot of catch, but we're gonna just send a siege down your mid lane. We're gonna just go. You deal. So this is kind of like a very powerful way to react to a draft. Make VG.R react to your draft. Their laning stage is so strong. We're gonna see a Mirana, and this is gonna be a mid lane Mirana. I suppose.
Mirana.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine.
Here's a date pick. She does nothing for you for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, she's got that.
And that's where Vici Gaming is going to hit you fast and hard. So basically VG.R has the confidence that they're going to hold, and then they're going to win late. And I'm not sure whether that's the correct read here. Because Vici is going to come at you very, very strong and very, very fast.
Oh, this is going to be quite something. The first, as I said, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is... I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've seen a Visage unless something's happened overnight whilst I was sleeping. But yeah, Burning Visage. I mean that hero combination, that itself, maybe in the Chinese scene and in some of the Chinese tournaments and such online, DPL that Vici Gaming and I'd imagine, maybe they've been able to see this, but this is really quite something.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised that Burning playing the Visage.
You would have thought what HYM likely.
Yeah, generally HYM plays a little bit more technically challenging heroes.
Yeah,
like
he plays like the Earth Spirit.
The Phoenix, Earth Spirit, that kind of stuff, and Burning's generally playing like Venge or Witch Doctor, so I'm surprised they make that swap. I guess they're pretty confident on the player with the first triple kill. I'm gonna say Burning. Visage is actually a very strong triple hero.
Yeah, I guess the solar assumption you
4-second cooldown, man. It's
You know what? I'm gonna jump ship. Yep. Burning. Highest net worth at the end of the game. I think VG.R are going to have this, so I've got to go with the Ursa. I think N's going to go crazy.
Okay.
And he's such a good farmer as well. See games like obviously it's going to be very different styles.
So you're going to read the VG.R victory here.
I'm going to read the VG.R victory here.
Okay.
First barracks kill. I mean the push obviously is there with Vici Gaming. Will they be able to get far enough to get our axe? I don't know. The counter push seems really good from VG.R. I'm going to have to go up with VG.R here.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I'm going to say Vici's going to be the one that's really pushing fast and hard.
This could be, it's something different. Something that we're, the Drow Visage coming back in the China scene. I mean, this was something that we saw a lot, mainly from kind of CIS sides, wasn't it? I mean, was this always something that in the past has been a bit China?
No, not really. Not really.
More European thing?
More European, NA kind of thing. And I'm just going to say, the end screen cap of this game is not going to be close. It will look like a stomp. Because either Vici is going to push down VG.R in maybe 20 minutes, or this is going to drag out to a 40-minute game where VG.R wins. So here we go, we're going to see that rune fight. Witch Doctor is pretty good here.
Okay, let's see what goes on. The cask is going to bounce. Arrow flies through, won't connect onto anyone. So VG.R find the space to get the rune. Question is, does VG want to try and chase down for a kill? It doesn't look like they're going to have the opportunity to. They're looking at Yang, but Yang, he'll be able to walk it off. So.
Ooh, that's a huge overview. Not only to get the rune, force ROTK to get gut. I love one.
Oh, that's always a...
So you don't have Anger, you don't have Kraken. He's got the Iron Talon.
He wants to go jungle as well. And I mean, again, it's not great in the jungle. Level.
You got some creeps, man.
Just one creep, that's it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Mine as well.
Yeah, this is going to put a bit of a slowdown for TK. And the fact that also, and got the other bounty, so both bounty runes VG.R.
Well, it's a great start here for the Reborn squad. HYM is doing some next level backstabbing here, looking for a courier reps, or maybe just warding down the ancients. Not exactly sure about this rotation.
Yeah, let's see what it's up to. If it is going to be. At the same time, VG.R's line, they're not really the best ancient clearing team, so I guess it's unlikely they're going to be really prioritizing stacks themselves. So maybe
he's looking for the Darkseer, who's
could be, yeah.
Who's jungling right now, hanging out.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting lane decision here. Yeah, Yang straight to the jungle. And by looks of it, FY on the outer side, he's heading towards that top lane. So maybe see if he gets XP. And yeah, H1 just comes into mid lane, gives Mikasa a bit of a whack, but well, Mikasa shoots him in the back right in return. And the mid lane matchup at the moment, slight edge for CTY, 7 for 2 against the 4 for 0. Do you expect this lane to be a lane where the Storm does quite well?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Even the one without the Drow, I think it's still favor. With the Drow especially, it's going to be very strong favor. FY, run away here from a Gush. as well as a couple of clicks. He'll be fine.
Yeah, plant the tree, Tango. He's going to be... I mean, this is something to know as well. So the fact that Burning Visage, I mean, this is a hero that they used to pick, was it? To work off the fact that you're going to try and situation. So you get stacks up, you can use the Soul Assumption to max potential. But you're not going to have the offlaner in this lane. So what does this Visage achieve in the early?
Pretty much nothing. His bow essentially is going to get to level 6. There's, you talk about Visage's pick for the tri lanes. The second reason he's picked is just to get to level 6 and get the push with Drow Ranger, which is the predominant reason that we see him pick here. So his goal is to get to level 6. You see him doing a couple of stacks, couple pulls, and once the 6 is coming, he is going to just push. He also farms quite quickly for support hero because of how many towers you get, how many kills you get with your Soul Assumption. So he will get things like Medallion of Courage, he'll get an Agam Scepter quite early, and then, Triple Birds obviously is so good with the Drow Ranger.
Do you finish off the Solar Crest before the Axe?
Depends on how you... Yeah, against Ursa, having the mischance on whoever you're protecting might be a pretty good idea. So we'll see how ahead he feels his team's at, and then whether he could afford getting the Solar Crest.
Oh, bit of a walk around here, FY. It's going to drop the hammer onto HYM. And HYM just going to beat him back off. How's RTK's jungling going? He's killed himself, just getting back to base, picks up infused raindrops and the boots as well. He's managed to find his way to level 3, so he's at a better shape in the jungling terms. Darkseer, Yang, level 4, now coming into the top lane to get some of that lane XP, other than in the jungle. But FY has been walking around a lot, and he's still just sitting at the level 1 on this Elder Titan, so he's going to have to try and find a level somewhere here.
Yeah, so right now, even though nothing is really looking like it's happening, I gotta say the VG.R game is really coming to fruition. Because right now, Vici should be winning every single lane because of the drop.
Yeah, this bottom lane. That's pretty fun. That's a good sign, especially when it is as well. He's shown us some spectacular performances on these kind of safe levels when we get to start opening in mid lane.
Well, there's the lane victory.
Okay, yeah, CTY funny kills. We're towards the top, because Yang did get checked with him, but unable to...
Just a strep solo kill? He didn't have level 6 either, so I guess, Mikasa maybe
was hanging around on low health caps.
I guess he leaped in for it, maybe he leaped away, whatever the case is.
Maybe underestimated the 3% over.
Yeah. CTY going for a more or less an unorthodox build. He has that single point into Electric Vortex. Normally you don't, pick it, simply because of the delay of their levels and farm. CTY jumping a little bit up.
No, he's getting upload. He's only got one tank. It doesn't need to be a big full areas to secure the siege creep. But yeah, Mikasa shaking up a little bit there in the mid lane, and the CS as well. It's just gone from strength to strength for CTY. This is a great opening for him in the mid. 31 of them against 18 for 1, and the fact that CTY picks up that first blood. If this is an ideal start for a Storm, for sure, no doubt about that.
No, you and I were so down to this pick somewhat, and most of the time that I do see CTY ramping completely out of control. We'll kind of have keep a closer eye on Bloodstone timing and whatnot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ends as well. 2k gold saved up. Does he just go for a straight out link, or would you still have to get the phase and search before that? Or if you have the gold, do you just go in and pick that purchase up?
Well, I think if you want to phase, he would have gone it by now. So it makes sense you want to go link. He is mostly to actually kill a Drow Ranger. This early in the game, he pretty much could kill everybody on Vici apart from this one. You will just start a kill right now by going to the sticker shop, pick up a blink, and just go on the Witch Doctor.
F1's managed to pick up himself a few levels as well, rotating around. He's now level 3 on the Elder Titan. Still to top, Burning's Visage. He's been clearing out this camp, trying to find what he can. He's reaching halfway through level 4.
Oh, I like the Ursa rotation. He went into the side shop, bought a TP, salved up, and I think they're gonna smoke up here as well. And that Drow, well, she's gonna die unless she gets her out of there right now.
There you go. And he's going to be ready to die with the blink and the ultimate. Here we go. Surge forward, straight in. 1, 2, 3. Give it a 4 to be able to find yourself the kill. And picks up the Drow Ranger. There'll be a reaction from VG just through Burning, but TP's cancelled from the rest of the side.
Oh, they're going to die.
He's going to be careful. Yeah, he's going to try for the TP out. Can he get himself away? Yep, no vacuum at the moment. Skilled by Yang. So the Vici is okay. But nonetheless, as you said, yeah, great rotations from VG.R. I feel like we see a lot of Chinese teams do this with the cores. As soon as they are like that level 6, immediately looking for some macro off the map. But they very rarely, very seldom just stay in the lane after hitting 6. They're ready to use their hit to the best potential.
Yeah, you see that a lot mostly here. Terribly.
Yeah.
Gank them surfaces and they push the tower off of it. But a little bit different here with the Ursa. But I think the job is accomplished, right? You make sure you shut down the Drow, and so far they are doing just that. So this Ursa pick, at least for now, has been working extremely well. I don't think Drow Ranger has really done too much. It helped the mid lane win very, very hard. But apart from that, I think VG.R is really happy with the positioning in this game.
Burning came around, dropped down a deep wall towards the lane. CY is a reaction bottom. RTK's there as well, he does have the Ravage. They really want to try and set something up. Only FY on his Elder Titan down here at the moment. Same time towards the mid lane. HYM's been looking for the farm. DDC in position, so Zend on the sidelines. HYM's got to be careful in case they do have to jump in with this Ursa. And he will be.
If you go to Dire Vision right now, you're very, very scared because you just don't see Ursa on the map. So for example, the bottom dive that they're thinking of picking, they could jump in and perhaps get a kill, but if they lose the Storm as a result, that is no good. And now shows up on the mid lane. So VG, at least momentarily, will feel powered to make something happen.
They set up something with the Moonlight Shadow. Moving immediately into position. FY getting himself out mid lane. It's just to kind of look for the bait and hiding the shadows. And yeah, at the least this gets FY out safely and allows VG.R to keep their position in the mid lane. Vici Gaming, they've kind of been all over the place. They headed down bottom, looked for some kind of action. They just didn't find it, and CTY is now trying to return. To be careful a little bit. Around. Yeah, not the control to deal with the Storm Spirit. CTY zips out. Vici Gang putting on the pressure down bottom, turning, closing in on his level 6. And Starlight just facing up with Yang. If we have a look at the net worth for the moment, as we can see, things have been going well for VG.R in the beginning stage. Not going bad for VG, but as you said, with the draft that VG has, that things need to be going a little bit better, you feel?
Yeah, they definitely do, and it's so disruptive for VG to actually lose the outer towers, because they're going to open the Roshan to the Ursa as well. VG, they have a lot of things that have to track. Ursa on the bottom lane here looking on burning, but the quick wave chill. Looks like they might actually even turn around here against End. Arrow not going to actually spawn anybody. End trying to run away. The Ravage will come.
They have got backup to game and Reborn, but End, is the damage reduction going to be enough? CTY is coming and he's looking for Sursa kill in the tree line, and he will find it. They'll take down End, bring in Caster with the Vortex as well. He's already used his lead. There'll be a cold embrace trying to put time for the Mirana, but surely he's still going to go down. The cast bounces come out. VG Gaming find themselves as second on top of the tower. So there we have it. Maybe End just going a little bit too gun-ho on the Ursa as VG Reborn a quick jack with a wrap.
Yeah, he really relied on his ultimate to keep himself alive, but Enrage doesn't really last that long, and VG has a lot of way to keep up with Great Chill, with the Storm Spirit, with the Gush and whatnot. And yeah, great pick here by Vici Gaming to slow down the Ursa, and all the meantime, Drow Ranger was just free farming, so they definitely needed that cover. Drow Ranger, I imagine his first item of choice was something like a Dragon Lance. Just give him the stats and whatnot, but he's saving up a ton of gold. Is this going to be like a blink dagger first for Drow Ranger to...
yeah, this certainly is interesting to see. Yeah, style that.
Because normally if you go Dragon Lance, you'll buy the two, you know, the benefit of this right now to give your team more agility or more damage. So, given the fact that he's been saving this long, I think you just want to blink away from the Ursa. He sees the big bad bear coming.
That certainly could be the case. He's just, yeah, over 100 gold away from it. Meanwhile, over on the side of VG.R, yeah, now has the mechanism completed. So a little bit ready to take on these fights. Vici Gaming do go for pushes. VG.R, however, grouping up towards the mid. Mixer's got the Moonlight Shadow if they want to use it. They're gonna choose to use the smoke first.
VG.R right now, they want to look for a pick into Roshan.
Yeah.
That's their goal.
I mean, could they just straight into Roche?
They're
Do they
thinking
need
about
a kill?
No, apparently not. They're going to go straight into it. You know what? Ravage is down for about 30 more seconds. Feel empowered to do so. The scan comes out, but it doesn't scan into Roshan, so...
Oh, DDC comes... No. Don't do it, DDC.
Oh, okay, he's in there
fine,
still.
They're fine, yeah. No one put their heads out of the pit,
The
so
birds are coming.
Alright, yeah. The G's up. Now the question is, what can VG Gaming do to respond to this one?
Ooh.
Still not, no Ravage for 15 seconds. The burst trying to disrupt VG Gaming Reborn's attempt.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, come on. I know. Not like this. Alright, okay, we're good. Nothing's happening yet. Yeah, here's the start of the fight. Yang coming forward, backing him onto 2.
They got Ravage now.
They're still trying to create space for Ents to finish. She's back in. The incredible prototype Palagos, but it's going on the tail. The Jetboard is down. They've lost the Ursa, and McCann's got up. Huge damage as well. That found 2. The Ravage comes out. It does nothing. There's because VG Gaming already cleaning up this fight. Situ with a double damage takes down another. There'll be buyback from the Mirana. He did end up going down on the side of VG Gaming due to a very nice Earth split up from VG.
I don't know what that Ravage is about.
That was that was not the
Mikasa runs right in. He got the 2 birds helping him out. Die back.
Mikasa!
Blew the man down.
What was that? Brought back, walks into the pit. City Wise just like hello on the double Storm Spirit, and there's birds as well. I think he just had a brain fart, Mikasa.
All right, I'm not gonna say that was a great play, but from his perspective, they brought Roshan really, and he was afraid Vici's gonna get it. So they're like, okay, well, we need to buy back and prevent this from happening. Vici's like, okay, thanks for your kill. Go take those.
That was not the play there for the Mirana. That's really going to set him back up. I mean, look at Mirana. Was doing alright at the start, but now straight down the board in network.
And remember what I said about Mirana in this drafting phase? He will bring nothing to you until get that exit. Oh, the Roshan he was worried about happening right now. Like, there is no buy for him to back them up.
Oh, hello. Good one. And looking himself away. Oh yeah, they still forget about going in to finish off this Roche. And VG.R, they are ready to give it another attempt. Heading back over into the pit for the birds. I mean, the burning birds are kind of keep
so
annoying.
annoying.
They're so annoying, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been so much to disrupt this Roche attempt.
Right,
the Visage birds.
For the Adam checkup, we got the Sylar picking up. We're back for Dragonlance. So.
Oh, you go for the Dragonlance. Okay.
Looks like we the mechanism being picked up right now for GS. Well, I think the Dire team is thinking about smoking around here. Speaking of smoke, Vici pops their own smoke. They need to open this fight with an immediate kill.
Yeah, and you jump and just takes someone out of it. And here we have him, Mike Bane. Not to burning the arrow as well, yes. Keeping it alive for the time being, Commander. Carson step forward, immediately counteracted by the cold race. He's going to be fine. Hitting the 3-man. They'll look at the counter. The control first. The leads away. CG1 breathing Yang. The dart. Oh, Yang still alive. The Earthspin full on that. Jumping. Look at him go down. Oh, TK incredible. He's going to live on. Burst up with a snap for Carson. They've all lost 2. Sylar hits the side on TNT. HY and as well. They need to kill off Ursa. Team White is going to get out of the fight, but need the burning birds. The Visage birds return. I have to get in a few seconds. Paralyzed. But he's still another bird. Get the turn off. Get the second one off the micro for burning. It's beautiful. They're fighting kill. Mikasa jumping in with a starfall, trying to turn it. Prime out of mana. Now he's the hell. They've lost with Doctor as well. And this time, Mikasa will be the reigning victor of this fight. But again, it's a bloody battle for both sides. As lose multiple heroes. I say though, for Arsenal, burning Visage is looking pretty good. The burn micro is real.
Oh, to be fair, he did die that fight, so all he had to do was...
He was just looking at the burst.
Yeah, so let's not give him too much credit.
2 units, not 3.
Yeah. Vici gained, that was a 3-for-3 trade, and I think Dina trade does favor Vici and not VG.R. Because you can see how desperate VG.R is playing. They're diving behind the tier 1, and they initiated a fight with kill on Brain.
Yeah.
And they hit the Echo Stomp plus Winter's Curse, and they did it evenly. So I cannot imagine VG.R get the jump they want. Vici is win those fights. You have to apologize because these teams are Vici and VG.R.
It's very confusing.
Maybe it's Vici and Reborn.
Reborn. We'll just Reborn for the
Yeah.
So, bit of a mouth.
Yeah. If Vici gets the jump that one, Reborn is in bigger trouble.
And Roshan still stands. I think Roshan's the real winner here.
Oh sure, he's just taunting everybody. Like, come at me, guys.
Let's look at this point as well. Both teams realizing, alright, let's settle down. Let's just try and keep some farm up cores. They've returned back to lanes. As well, one thing, CT1 Storm Spirit, he's been making his fights absolutely perfect. He's 5-4 on the Storm. He's going to have a good timing on the Bloodstone. And he's well ahead of the... And he's double dashes that come out his backside. He's just picked up another one.
Yeah, this is a good draft for Storm. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the Reborn lineup,
Dire's
exactly, is
middle
he really
tower is
blocking
under attack.
now?
Absolutely.
You know, curves into an
They're
arrow,
really
I guess. Clap.
too reliable.
Yeah, all these things
Yeah.
he kind of chip and dance around. So
It's,
He's-
yeah, it's the Winter's Curse, as you said. You got to look to set up into follow through stuff.
the only time he should be really dying this game is CTY pulls a CTY and
Yeah.
hopefully he will have that control and he'll be okay. We're kind of in the low here, and I think every time the game goes down, it should, at least for the next 10 minutes, favor the Drow Ranger. Because you do have to keep in mind that Ursa is just not armor. And Mirana with a tieback is not a quick farm.
No, he's starting to climb the back up ranks, Mikasa. He's certainly doing himself down quite a bit. Yeah, about halfway through games at the moment. So maybe somewhere kind of around 20-ish minutes, which is, you know, the end of the world for VG.R. They're still holding in, and the lead, it's, you know, she came only by 1k. And as we said in the drop, you know, with the kind of lineup she picked up this match, you probably were hoping for a bit more of a convincing lead at this stage of the game. I think we're very happy with it. CTY's had a great game. 70 minutes in, 5-0-4. He's now got the Bloodstone done.
Yep. Well, they are going to look for a good here. They plus 4. She does not have to blink yet, but see if you could basically walk in and get Ravage off. Storms are also part of that gang part. They see Mikasa. I think if they could choose one person to kill, it's got to be the Mirana.
If you can slow down this man's axe, that's just a huge weight off your shoulders.
Well, they did see Ursa just walk by that observer. Oh, it's going to be close.
Mikasa. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, DDC. Yeah, he's going to have to pay for his crimes. Tries to come across. Oh! And not going to save you from the solar assumption nuke. Very nicely done there by VG. They do find the pick off and immediately pings onto the Roshan pit. So one hero down. VG Gaming. See if they do try for Roche. Also, they're going to give it their best shot, but I'm sure VG are there. You know, 20 seconds Wyvern's back up. They're probably. There's going to be time to get over it.
Yes. And it's so hard to do both against Elder Titan because he keeps the spirit kind of top run. Here's the spirit.
Actually, this is incredible. Yeah, he's got to stomp straight up.
Stop. It's going to stop pretty late.
But they're giving up on it. They're too quick. The Drow doing wonders for Vici Gaming. And Reborn, yeah, they've just got to let one go. So they get the age that they're after. And obviously, yeah, CTY as well. So this is arguably one of the best carriers of the game at this stage. 19 minutes in a store. This is brilliant for CTY.
Interesting to see Burning skipping the medallion altogether.
They went straight axe.
Straight axe. CGI saw with damage output, but I guess they're looking at it more kind of a macro level game. The bird proving to be extremely annoying, so why not get one more, I suppose.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane, we cast it. Now just 1k short of his Aghanims. And for Sylar, Shadowblade will be the pick. So you get 4 CGR supports invested in that detection and limit the chances of End being able to just jump in and solo the Drow Ranger unless he's got some kind of detecting backup.
You know, normally if you tell me that, hey, he's got a Drow draft and they only push 1 tower in 20 minutes, and having watching this game, I'll be like, oh man, and they lost that game for sure.
So what's keeping them in?
They're just out farming, out fighting. Mikasa back at the Roshan fights is real low. They got the Aegis, so they're basically playing a farm with Drow Ranger, and they're just out farming the enemy team. It's very helpful that the enemy team carries that Ursa, which doesn't really scale well without kills. I mean, Ursa it's a big melee creep if you think about it. If he's hitting a right into 2.
On lane, the Mikasa man at the moment we're talking about, he's dead again. Did manage to spend his gold though. Picks up the 2 components. Time.
Storm making jumps.
Moving in for more. Why? He's be the one to go now and going up. Another Bloodstone seeds. VG Gaming, they've set 2 kills. Ready to push.
Yeah, this is the push, right? It's not going to get a tier 1. It's most likely going to get a tier 2 as well. Winter Wyvern coming into trying to do what he can with the Splinter Blast, which is maxed out by now, but I don't think Vici actually cares.
Yeah, and with the Blink Dagger now up on RTK, they have got everything ready for the fight. Ravage is up, Death Ward's there as well, It's a very hard fight for VG.R to come into, so they're doing exactly what they need to. You know, they're ignoring it for the time being. Ends pushing up top, Yang's split pushing bottom. But as you said, VG Gaming, they'll find themselves a tier 2. And this is, you know, the draft working perfect. Top lane, CTY looking to set up onto end. They've got a Moonlight Shadow. Does CTY have the detection? He doesn't, unfortunately. Nonetheless, already using the Vortex. Wouldn't have been able to hold back that Ursa from TPing away. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we're seeing if Reborn can find something on the back of it. Arrow's going to be duped out by HYM. Mikasa is going to continue with the chase. The Stomp will connect. Can they save this man? Yeah. Silence of the Mikasa. Again, he's just stepped too far. Degrees, the Conor Brace will come in by RTK with a 4-man Ravage. Death Force laid down, punching his Yang, but he vacuum cancels the Death Force. Starts to surge away, but CTY flies through, takes down Mikasa. They'll look to DDC in the sidelines as well. The mech's being popped. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive as the birds. RTK chases him down. They find themselves another. They did manage to pop the Storm Spirit. CTY, he's more than fine with that. Gives him a new full mana bar. But FY managing to deny himself to the neutral creeps. But nonetheless, again, VG Gaming coming on top of these fights, and CTY getting richer and richer as he starts to build towards the Orchid.
Mikasa seems to be on a very different page from the rest of VG.R. He's generally like more ahead than the rest of his team. We're going to see a Winter Wyvern buyback back.
That's a right one as well. And jumps in looking for some kind of cleanup potential, but the follow-up's just not good enough. It was a flashy wall, but not a wall that's going to cause too many issues for VG Gaming. At the least, Reborn are able to stop the push.
Yeah, they were essentially stopping the bleeding because the wound is still very gaping and still there. If you look over to CTY, we're going to see him getting the Orchid relatively soon. Drow Ranger, apart from the first step, remember the smoke that they went up with the Ursa to get a gank on him, has not died since. Has picked up the Shadow Blade, which is going to give Ursa more and more trouble as the game goes on. And speaking of that Ursa, he's running away from 1v1 fights now. Ursa should never be in a situation where he has to run away from a 1v1 fight. I do believe VG.R had this kind of counter to the Drow lineup, and this draft has really failed them.
And then we have it as well, another unfortunate action there for VG.R coming around with a smoke, immediately dispelled by CT1, he sits himself out. So unable to find anything there with that rotation. So he's picking up the gold as well, 2.5k on top of the Shadow Blade as he sits there just beneath CT1 on the board. And Burn out 23 minutes in, has got that Aghanim done on Visage.
So I think we're looking into a territory of thinking how VG.R could make a comeback and win the game. And honestly, I think the game is beyond their control. Like, they need Vici to actually help them by making a couple mistakes. Whether that's CTY jumping in over aggressive into the hand of Reborn, whether it's RTK whiffing a Ravage, whether it's goes out farming by himself and gets picked by a smoke gank. They need something pretty drastic mistake from Vici to make a comeback. In a straight up fight, I don't see Vici losing to Reborn here.
CTY, as we're saying, yeah, very close to having the Orchid done. And then once he's picked that up, who's he looking to zip onto in these team fights to control first? Is it one of these backline supports? Are you looking for DDC to make sure the save isn't there for the side?
DDC is target number 1 in a gank. An actual team fight may be the Darkseer, simply because he has so much counterplay potential.
But he does have the Greaves though.
He does, yeah. But if you just force him to right at the beginning of the fight, I think you're okay with that for an Orchid, because you could just jump back out. Also, Elder Titan is a pretty good target to go on. There's not going to be a shortage of here for CT1.
No. That was good. So about Greaves, our TK is now picked his own over on the Tidehunter, so he's looking in very good fighting shape. I mean, Burning, with the Aghanims done on the Visage, is there, does he go back for the Medallion? Is there any reason not to, or does he start picking up Aura? What's the build now for the Visage?
I still think that the Solar Crest is quite good against the Ursa. But maybe building against Ursa is not even the priority anymore, because I think the most dangerous hero right now for VG.R is actually Mirana. So maybe you build to counter her, whether it's picking up a Glimmer Cape to protect your team, maybe a Hood into a pipe so you can push him a bit better. I think there's definitely a lot of possibility here for Vici. They're getting into luxury territory. They already have everything that they need to win the game.
CTY could find a nice pickup with this as well. He's just, bags it himself an Invis rune. Okay, so he's not going to look for anything with it. Dispose it immediately. But he does have that Orchid done now. So VG.R have got to be very careful with their positioning. As you can see at the moment, they are just keeping themselves together as 5. making sure that the pickoff potential isn't there for the side of Vici Gaming. So I like what the BKB done as well. So he himself is in a lot better fighting shape. I mean, this has got to be good news just as a whole looking at Sylar. The fact that you're running a Drow lineup against this draft from VG.R, and he's only died the once this game.
Correct. And he's probably not going to die much more simply because he has Shadow Blade and BKB. We're going to see a 4-man smoke gank showing the Storm on the bottom here. I think Reborn understands that there's good reasons for them to not leave the base. I say that though. Sylar finds Yang.
Yeah, opens with a silence. RTK jumping in as well. 3 to remove it. Ravage comes through onto 3. It's not going to be any follow-up for Simon because then he just turns and fights. Takes down H1 out of this one. Now he's going to move in for more. Let's watch on the back line. Storm zipping in, playing around it for the stop. Connects up to 2. Has to zip himself out of this one. And moving towards CCI. Still duking it out, playing around the team. They will finish off DDC. Can they actually get themselves anything else here? RTK being focused. CCY tries to come in for the save. The silence on Wedge, but there's the follow-through arrow stop onto CCY. Can they kill this man?
I don't know.
The Chinese lag is too much for CCY. He's gone down. He will manage to get off the Bloodstone deny. They found 2 from VG.R, but this time Vici Gaming having the more casualties. 3 dead. So a good hop from Vici Gaming, and CTY going down. Never really the dream, but at the least he does deny, of course, that goal going away from his kill streak because of the Bloodstone.
That was such a 3-2-2.
Yeah.
You're so far ahead. All you need to do is group up and push. They took a team fight in a very awkward spot. It's a 2-3 in favor of VG.R, and Vici gave away the gem. They bought the gem to make that play. We do see a huge jump coming in here against N, and will go down as a result here.
CTY just absolutely no chilling. He's on point every time with these zips.
But in the matter of about 1 minute, I think Vici lost about net worth-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, the goal graph doesn't really do justice in terms of how big of a lead they gave away. Because right now, Vici is playing a very momentum draft and just gave away a whole bunch of kills and the gem. So I think Reborn's right back in this game, despite the fact that they're not really farming that well. They're not really fighting that well.
Vici Gaming, obviously, Vici Gaming are going to get the Aegis again by looks of those. So this is good. This kind of restabilizes it for them. They may have lost that by by an extra kill, but now they've got the Aegis back on CT. Well, it says CT. He's not picked up yet. I'm sure we'll be back in for that. Yeah, but he's like, come on, mate. There we go.
Do you remember that game in 9?
Yep, where they didn't pick up the cheese.
No, he didn't pick up the Aegis.
Oh, the Aegis on
he was playing Ursa.
Was it CTY again?
CTY.
Oh man, it's the same man, yeah.
He went to the Roshan pit, killed it as Ursa, and just walked off. And I remember like the caster was just like, oh, he's saving it for a time.
And then it was, okay, this has gone on for quite a long time now.
And the post-game interview, we asked him, he's like, oh, I just forgot.
They did go on to win that game, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Imagine if they lost it. We would just be like, oh, CTY. Looks like he's going to go for a...
Lincolns?
Okay.
Do you think?
What is he blocking?
Actually, well, Winter's Curse, as we talked about, the one big lockdown. You know what I mean? If he gets himself a Lincoln, suddenly...
That's literally the only thing that's blocking it, though. Because you don't block arrow with it either.
No. Yeah, it'd just be the Winter's Curse. I mean, I guess it has to be. There's...
What else is it blocking?
It's not Refresh the Storm. Battle Fury Storm, no. Load of Storm, unlikely, yeah. It's gotta be Lincolns, yeah. But no, it's... I mean, this game, I guess, if you're going for a defensive item, if you look at what BKB, Lincolns, Yules, there's not really any silences. You don't really need the BKB. You're gonna go for the Lincolns.
I mean, Hex is always a strong alternative, right? If you want to be more offensive.
I guess you want to be aggressive, yeah. That's true. But I guess at the same time, he feels at this moment with the Orchid, well, he was able to kill the Ursa. But now with the BKB's coming out, it's going to get harder for him to get away with those plays.
For sure, yeah.
We'll see. Oh, jump in. Hello. Goodbye. 2am. Chop down in a few swipes from end. Sylar is trying to go for this, and CTY falling through as well. Oh, and kept alive by the Cold Embrace. He's going to live through this initial initiation. Now the Winter's Curse in return, trying to jump in. Sylar shooting away their own teammate the burst, but it's enough for CTY to get himself out. He is out of mana though, so they can't fight back into this one with the Storm Spirit. The caster jumps in at the same time. DDC being focused by Burning's birds. Burning and RTK starting to back up. And a Spitter comes through. Doesn't quite reach RTK and CTY. Oh, hang on. He's ready to go back in.
Oh, he's out of mana.
Well, with the first they found it. They lose RTK. CTY trying to play around Yang, but again, the stop's there. The arrow from Mikasa following through. Have they got the damage to bring down CTY? Doesn't look like it. And in fact, CTY and the Burning Birds are just chasing Vici Gaming Reborn out of this whole engagement. Sylar trying to close the gap with the Shadowblade. They're moving back to tier 1s. It looks like
Radiant's top
that
tower
will be
is under
settling down now for VG.R.
Well, end of the day, it's a 1-for-1 trade, but again, Vici is so much more ahead. Oh, arrow! Oh,
Radiant's
see.
top tower has fallen.
He's got no respect. He's like, I can outplay this, no problem. Every time I watch CTY play, I'm on the edge of my seat. For the wrong reasons, really. But,
He's a bit of a man.
yeah.
But yeah, he's racking up the gold. He can pick up that ultimate ore for that Lincoln's. And I was Burning God coming out. Yeah, he did go for the medallion. Picks up a Ghost Scepter as well. So very nice against this Ursa, who does have a bit of money. Could go for the Diffusal Blade next if End wants to. Do you think that is going to be the case with Ghost Scepters potentially coming out for VG, or does he just look elsewhere for more lockdowns? Does he himself just try and work for the Abyssal Blade to look for another source to take down CT1?
You know, Ghost Scepter is a great idea. You mentioned the Vici, getting Ghost Scepter. You could break that Lincoln's, I guess, on the Storm if you want. But maybe a straight up Basher is not too bad either.
Okay.
Because CT-wise, I mean, there's nothing that could actually help him if he gets straight up bashed. It just is more about whether he's thinking about building offensive or defensive. He could pick up a defensive item like a Vlad's for the team as well if he wants. I personally like the Basher, but he does have that Morbid mask just kind of hanging out.
Lincoln Sphere, indeed now time for CTY. Overall net worth difference still favouring the side of Vici Gaming. And they have taken tier 1s, tier 2s in every lane apart from the top. And CTY, Zip Zap Zoo comes in onto end, but the Cold Embrace reaction will be there.
Oh, curse. Oh.
Alright. A little bit unfortunate for the chase down. He's got a bit of mana to work with here, and he does have the Burning Birds to come down with the stomps if he needs something else to back him up. So yeah, a little bit of unfortunate use of the Winston Scales. I just didn't do an item check. He's only just picked up the Lincoln. Didn't know that CTY has it. But they know now for sure though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think in that engagement we've seen why he needed to pick up the Lincolns. Even though it only blocks the one spell guarantees his death, right? Because we do see the curse and then it leads into easy arrow. And there's no way he survives throughout. You know, the stun duration of the arrow.
Yeah.
So Ursa does go back to pick up that Diffuse Blade. Now they have an answer to that Lincoln pretty easily.
And I guess one thing that's nice as well, even though you're unable to do damage yourself to the target, I guess you can still start to stack up the Fury swipes, you know what I mean? So when he then comes out, you're going to already have some extra bonus damage to smack him with.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
The other nice thing that N could do is to get rid of the, or get debuff on his allies or on himself.
Yeah, that's true. With the Diffusal.
Well, you know, the momentum that Vici really had and the lead that they had is really kind of going away. Interesting choice here by Mirana. I think he's looking to basically use into an arrow hit against the Storm.
Okay.
I would personally favor something like a Scythe of Ice purchase. Because you've got the Blink already built in. And if you're looking for stable, Blink Hex is probably as good as it gets really in the game of Dota.
I mean, I guess it's also good against the Storm's Orchid, you know, to save yourself.
Correct. That's. I guess I'm thinking just straight up offense.
Yeah, for the offense, yeah.
And he's building half offense, half offense. Oh! He use Mikasa.
Did you not have vision?
Oh. They had a
Spirit came out. Yeah, just a little bit of something reaction. I didn't even took the arrow very, very close to hitting.
Okay, Drow Ranger picks up a butterfly, so everybody's like attacking really hard.
Yeah, 76 bonus damage across the board. So, you know, at this point, actually, you know, for the whole fight, so much more damage in Yang indeed. Pick from the end, will jump over the BKB. Trying to fight, actually just jumps in. BKB's pissed out. Oh, he's not going to make it!
Not against Drow.
Oh, no!
They dropped the gem as well, so whatever the lead that they had about 5 minutes ago, it's all gone. RTK just is looking for a straggler. They won't fight any, and here comes the Vici push.
I think, yeah, that butterfly pickup pretty much secured that kill. The extra bonus damage for everyone. I mean, yeah, this Aura, as I was saying, doing the maths, it's like, what, extra 380 damage for the whole side. They've just gone plus up 380.
Yeah. Don't forget the birds, too, when they pop
and the birds, yeah, when they pop the active of ground, yeah.
I think the
push is so strong.
That tower is dead. Good luck, tower. Okay, throw a hit. Gonna try to burst down RTK, but good luck with that. Glimmer Cape helping him out, but look at his tower. Oh, Glyph's gonna come out.
And this is a still held up the active. He knew that they were going to fortify. Now he'll active fortification, and look at this. The push, the Drow Visage returns.
Well, we're seeing half of it.
Hey, you were right as well. Your prediction should have gone with you. Vici Gaming to be the ones to take the first ranks, and not the just looking for.
Nope. No, the air on top. Stomp on top again.
I mean, they're trying to kill it. It's not going to work. As TTY jumps in, grabs Mikasa. Mikasa gets nuked down immediately, and as well coming. Look at the physical damage coming through. The Ravage from RTK. Dying 3 for the VG.R. You can put the BKB, but it's not going to save you against this Drow lineup. GG. And what a performance from Vici Gaming, making the Drow Vici combination work. CTY Storm, it looked a bit short today. It was absolutely amazing. What a draft for Vici Gaming. I mean, you know, we've seen so many games of this qualifiers, but still, this late on, we're still seeing something a bit different.
Yeah, the most impressive thing was just the Drow first pick, and they still executed the strategy that the way they wanted to execute it. With that said, the Reborn did really mess up a lot. Mikasa has not been a star player for me this game.
Which because Mikasa, across the whole qualifier so far, he's been really reliable. This game,